the cast can also hear you, by the way. They can. Yes, I did send you the rosters as well. I'll quickly post the announcement in the VL chat as well. Yes. We are in the lobby, but the lobby hasn't started yet, as far as I'm aware. Yes. I have been pretty well. I just came back from gym, so I'm ready to go. Yeah, that sounds good. Well, that does make sense, not gonna lie, but this is the first stream on this channel as well, yeah. As far as I can see, the celestial light who has side selection has opted to go blue side, as far as we are aware. Yeah, oh, yeah, I know. We will make sure to check that. I am not completely sure they can hear you, yeah. Let me actually fix that right now.
And I don't.
Yes, they can hear you now. It was on the wrong channel.
Ah, now I hear my voice. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, I definitely heard it there. All right, there I am.
Let's blast. See if I blast.
Have they just been hearing a one-sided conversation? Is that what this is?
Yeah.
I've greeted chat. I've said hello, and they couldn't even hear me say hello. Ah.
Yes, the champion select music is also ready.
Is it the old school
fancy.
music? It has to be the old school
It is
music.
the old school music. Yes,
Hell yeah, that's the only music that I will accept for Champ Select.
I am aware. I also agree with you. As I will also stream the live feed
Amazing.
to you.
Ugh.
As we
Right, I'm
have
going to go back to what I was saying right at the start. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the first stream on the MadMen channel. It's fantastic to see people coming to support the Div 3 team.
I mean, they are the defending champions of Div 3, so we have high hopes, high expectations even of them.
Well, I mean, it's Div 3 VL. We got to temper those expectations slightly, but
So we have a bit of a interesting situation because we are having a double draft. Because of the fearless draft, we are using an external drafting tool. However, that does mean that we are still trying out which one is the nicest for the stream, because we can either use the custom tool or the website, that I should say, that is used, or we use the in-game draft.
Here's a question. So is this the sort of app that tells us what was picked the game before?
It should, yes.
Ooh.
If it's set up correctly.
Okay.
We are currently seeing the spectator view of the site.
All right, all right. So I had a look through their op.ggs, right? And
I mean, the meta has also shifted quite a bit from.
the meta has shifted, but I was looking at Celestial Light, and their AD carry has a lot of games and a lot of different AD carries. 53% win rate on the Tristana. It'd be quite good to see that banned. 75% on Senna and Lucian. 67% on Jinx and on the Jinx.
Yes. I mean,
All right.
last split, it was very much a severe Jinx like Karma Lulu meta in the bot lane, at least.
Oh, so there's a separate VL meta.
Slightly. I mean, I haven't seen all of the scrims, but some.
Okay. Right. So on the side of Celestial Light, we've got Jarvan, Lucian, Jarvan, Wukong, and Azir banned. Sorry. And on the red side, so far we've got Anivia, Viego, and Senna. Senna was one of the bans that I expected. Senna's pretty strong right now, from what I've seen.
Definitely.
And first pick being the Jinx, a nice hyper carry in the late game. If she can get those items in.
I take my previous statement back. We still have definitely a Sivir, Jinx, Lulu, and possibly Karma meta.
Well, I mean, Levity plays a lot of Sivir, right? From what I'm seeing here.
Also, he is quite nice on the Jinx. And I do know that he does play some other champs as well, but he might want to keep them a bit more hidden.
I mean, this is the game. These are the games where you play. This is the game you play your comfort pick. You want to work out what your play style is, and then with the other games, you have to kind of play adaptive to what's left.
As we do see a really early mid lane pick, or at least what we assume is going to be mid lane, which is quite interesting.
I mean, so Orianna's a nice mid laner, it's a nice scaling mid laner. Control mages are always nice to just have there because you know they have some form of utility for the team.
It is semi-enchanter-ish, which works well with the Xin Zhao. I mean,
yes.
Even the ult the Xin Zhao with the Ori ult on top of him, is going to be quite a menace.
Yeah, so We just have to see what's going to happen here, where they're going to go, because the MadMen right now have picked their AD carry and their support, the Siva Lulu, that we want to sit back and just launch things from range. But the Zac is the complete opposite kind of champion. He wants to jump right into the middle of that fray. Now that's actually a flex pick as well.
To try and reach the Jinx for later on.
It's also a flex pick though, because it could go top, it could go jungle. I mean, the Lulu could also go top, and the Zac could go support. But that would completely defeat the playstyle.
As we see a Shen ban coming in, and
the Mordekaiser
ban. So Celestials definitely think the Zac is jungle with that Mordekaiser ban.
Yes. I do like the Zac pick here though, because they've got the range with the Sivir and the Lulu. Now they've got the upfront beef.
Yeah, I do want to see something that can kind of move in with the Zac, and they are definitely lacking some early game strength.
They've banned the big dog. They've banned the Susan.
Susan not going to be played this game.
So with those two bans, the Nasus, the Shen, are we thinking that the Zac is top lane maybe?
Matt could decide to go, but I think you are like matchup dependent. So if they want to do that, I would assume they'd pick another flex that could go jungle. Because there
were a
are
lot of top
definitely
lane
some matchups for Zac, even still now, that aren't banned yet.
Yes, there are a lot. Four top laners banned in that last bit. Syndra into Orianna, a tale as old as time to make a reference to a champion, to Ori, I guess. A skill matchup in the mid lane, control mage versus control mage. One of the most standard mid lane matchups that we've seen all throughout the history of League of Legends.
I do think the Syndra pairs up pretty nice with the Zac, because they can leave that CC. The Syndra is kind of unreliable with the E, but if there's a Zac on top of them with an E, I would assume that would work.
Completely agree. It's a skill matchup after all, right? And Soraka.
Soraka being
coming
the
in
enchanter
game one.
being picked here.
Yeah.
The Soraka E can, with Soraka E the silence, you can cancel the Zac E.
The elastic slingshot. So one thing I want to see from Celestial Light now is I wanted to actually see a proper frontline tank almost. And there we go. The Scion, absolutely perfect.
Yes.
They have that front line, they have the bruiser, and they've got the back line all sorted out now.
Yeah, I must admit I am not completely sure how the matchup for Scion into Zac is, if they want to do that. But I'd assume it's pretty okay.
And the Darius now picked into the Scion.
Okay, well then it's a Zac jungle.
It will be Zac. Well, Darius jungle, I don't know if that's still a thing.
Darius does counter Scion.
I know he counters Scion, but Darius jungle is it still pretty strong? I don't actually know.
It has been nerfed, but you can definitely still play it.
Alright.
And I do think that as I can see from the chat, Ignutar is known for his Darius apparently. So there's that.
Ignitar our goat, I guess. Ignitar our goat. Yeah, Darius Scion. Scion's gonna have a very rough time.
As we now go
Ooh.
have the other draft. As the teams
I like that.
The teams are currently forced to do a proper.
What in the LEC pattern infringement have you done, Mistos?
No, this is okay. A bit of context. Shout out to the League broadcast app, as this is currently the only working tool. The only working tool for the current patch with the Vanguard introductions.
I love it though. I like it. It looks so professional.
Currently in order of playing, so they don't have to swap. So there is
Next
that.
time, next we need the MadMen Stadium.
Well, don't ask me about that. I mean, we can make promises on stream and let the owners figure it out.
Yeah, I've heard that if we each put a tenner in, Damon will buy a stadium for MadMen. So subscribe to the channel and there'll be the MadMen Stadium, the MadMen Arena, if you will.
Yeah, I did get reminded by Damon that this is Fearless Draft, so Liberty will play at least 3 champions at some point. Unless he wins 2-0 every single match. Until they get into the best of 5s.
So, I've just seen a message from chat from GoTech saying that I want to see you go, well, sorry, Flippy, saying that they want to see Phase Rush. Phase Rush Scion, full lethality, Boss FFS Scion. Boss FS Scion.
I am unsure of how it works into the Darius, but I would imagine that it's not the worst. I mean, going lethality here is a bit questionable, but just solely the Phase
Rush, you would get them. The Phase Rush would give you the ability to get away from the Scion E and stuff like that. Darius E and stuff like that. What composition do you prefer, though, if we take a top-down approach?
Personally, I think that the comp from Celestial Light is a bit easier to play in the early game, especially with the Ori and the Xin. But if MadMen Origins can get a bit going, I think they'll be a lot stronger in the mid game.
Yeah. So
what is really easy to execute if you can get on someone.
I definitely agree with that. I think with the MadMen composition, the MadMen comp that we're seeing here, we're seeing a comp that will take a while to get online. The Sivir, the Lulu, the Syndra can take 1 or 2 items. That's less as much, but the Sivir, Lulu really just want to sit back in that lane and farm, and the Xin Zhao is going to want to make their life a living hell, basically. And Darius into Scion, it's not going to be fun. It's not going to be fun either way. For the Scion.
We do now have to wait for the mandatory spectator delay, obviously.
The Darius is going to have a whale of a time into the Scion. Syndra Orianna, kill matchup, I think, personally. And it depends on the junglers. In that 2v2, early game, I think early the Orizin wins, but later on the Zac and the Syndra do take over though. I don't know what you think about that one.
Yeah, I do agree with you. But I do also think that if one of these players is on a comfort pick, they can just turn their lane around.
Yeah, of course. So, the Sivir Lulu coming out game 1 is a very surprising thing. I would have expected it if we got to a game 3 or a later game and played something more like a hyper carry into hyper carry type matchup, but looking at Levity's OP the GG, I'm not surprised.
They just don't want to give over one of these pairings, because both the Jinx and the Sivir, we've seen a lot less split, and they are very, very strong, especially in the hands of these players. So if one side picks either side of the matchup, I would guess that the other side does want to play the other side of the matchup.
Yeah, and this matchup, it seems like it's pick ban based on the OP.GGs, honestly.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I know that at least Warbase and Levity are both quite good on these picks. So yeah, I would say that it is a must pick or ban for either side.
Yeah, I would completely agree. Now, we've got about, I want to say, a minute before we get into game.
Around a minute, yes, that is correct.
Yeah, I do want to know. I want to know, Vistos, what is your McDonald's order when you get a McDonald's?
Ooh, that's a good question. what time
Chat,
of
join
the-
in as well, by the way.
What-
Chat, join in.
Generally, my order will be 2 of the cheapest cheeseburgers you can get, and then something decent on top, like a wrap or a proper burger, or like some fries with it, or milkshake.
Ah, I see it.
I don't go out for McDonald's often, so when I do, I just get the worst thing I can get.
Yeah, fair enough. Mine is usually 20 chicken nuggets, a double
I'm
cheeseburger,
just
and a large
looking
Coke.
if I can ban someone in the chat, because fries with ice cream for dip
Oh.
will not be accepted.
No. I back it though, but which kind of, just a normal ice cream, or are you going for like a Biscoff McFlurry type thing? What are we talking here?
Do go into
We into game?
game.
Oh, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to game 1. The Spirit Blossom. I was saying to Jonas earlier in voice chat that it does look very nice, mate. Mate, you're gonna get patent infringement from LEC, and we're gonna get DMCA.
No,
and you're using the.
Fix the minimap real quick.
All right, we're looking at some standard 5-point defenses as the junglers have taken to the mid lane. This is not something you usually see. The Lulu's looking to go up towards the Soraka. Oh, and Q's are exchanged. Soraka's back at full health, but Quee's taking about 5%. Oh, and they're fist fighting now. And there's just a nice, easy walk away. Lulu having to go back to base. Right, let's have a look at the skins, shall we? We got a Woad Darius. What else we got?
Well, I
Let's
can
judge on-
also just show you the runes real quick.
Bloody hell. You've done a number with this, mate.
As I said, shout out to the League broadcast development team. This is what
Hell
I'm
yeah.
at.
This is really cool.
It is. As I will also pause the music now.
Alright. Straight into the laning phase. You got the ricochets going off to start pushing the way for the Sivir. I'm waiting for you to pull up the three lane display now.
No, I would need quite a lot more observers for that. So maybe if we have enough budget, yeah. No,
Yeah, please subscribe so Damon can get more McSpicy meals and get the tri-lane cast. As we see some trading going in the top lane.
As I have previously inquired how they do it, and it is, with enough time, doable. No promises.
Yeah. So, Sivir
Damon,
Lulu
you
in
are
the early
correct.
game will have the push with this. But we're going to see Ignitar now with the level 2 starting to go in. Conqueror has now been proc. The trade is going in. Conqueror, Din,
That's a
and the
flash
flash out from the Scion. That's a 5-minute cooldown waste of him, and he's going to have to go back. But he does stay. Let's see if the Darius wants to go in, because he
No,
still does
he's-
have his flash and the ghost.
He does seem to be healing up a bit, using the potion early.
That was a very, very juicy trade on the side of the Darius.
As we do see a slight CS lead in mid, but it's overall I would say this is doing fine.
So this is the thing with Orianna as well. Orianna's auto attacks deal more damage, whereas Syndra is more ability reliant. So even when Orianna's all on cooldown, as we see Darius take and a Q, a knock up, but not get quite knocked up. Even though Orianna might be on ability might be on cooldown, her auto attacks are empowered, so she does a lot more damage. Darius doing damage again, coming in. Conqueror's being procced. Will it be a first blood? The shield comes up from the side,
that is a first
and
blood.
the minions finish the kill. That's first blood
As
to
we
the
see it
Darius,
back onto the Orianna.
and Zac goes in. The elastic slingshot. Scatter the weak now bound on cooldown, and she just walks away. Very nicely done. And
Well,
that gives a
Summoners
300 kill lead.
Besides top lane though, and Sion does have the TP, so he will be able to catch the away.
But now we're seeing the Phage coming out for the Darius. I mean, this Sion's life is going to be even more hell.
As I do want to bring your attention to the Syndra runes, where they have opted to go for the Comet. Usually you'd see either like an Electrocute or an Airy, even sometimes the gold generating keystone, which I forget the name of. Very professional cast here. I think this lane you can opt to go for the Comet, as it is a bit more damage than the Airy, but less consistent.
Yeah. So,
as we do see a healthy CS lead for the mid laner of Celestial Light.
yes, and now the CS is going to be eaten into by the Syndra, who's just teleported back in. But Darius going to fight now for this control ward. The cancel on the knock-up. The auto attack's coming in now. Conqueror almost procced. He's going to keep going. The knock-up comes in. The micro stun also there. Zac being silenced by the Soraka and just walks out.
Which is the reason we said earlier why they would opt for Soraka, where you can just silence the Zac and just negate and engage.
Indeed. Sion does what Sion wants to try and fight this, but he doesn't do much right now. He's only got that rejuvenating bead. So his health regen's really good, but he can't really do much against the Darius, who's got that phage. Right. So, 300 gold lead now in favour of the MadMen, as we see Ignitar trying to base in the middle of the lane, which is a very, very brave thing to do. Might take a knock up for his troubles, but he just walks out of it. Ignitar now with the ultimate, the Noxian Guillotine, could be used if he gets low enough. Berg,
I think he is at the threshold, yes.
He is, indeed. B goes down again, and that's 2-0 with almost a 1k gold lead for Ignitar in the top lane. 11 CS up, 875 gold up as well. Nice spell shield there by Levity, getting some health and some mana back. This is it though, right? We discussed this. As we see a command attack come through. We did discuss this. Will there be a smite steal? The smite steal comes in, but can he finish off the Xin Zhao as well? Xin Zhao's super low, he's got the passive as well. Soraka has actually shown up. The flash comes out from the Xin Zhao, but the bot lane of the MadMen bot lane.
As Zac, you absolutely take this. You trade
the
Scuttle for a dragon and the flash on the Xin.
Exactly, that's an absolutely wonderful trade taken. As the mid lane is getting harassed right now. Minik is getting harassed by Dr. Wilson.
Yes, I will show you now one more of the...
Oh! Dr. Wilson takes down Minik in the mid lane. Gets that 500 gold lead as we see a special come out. It was just a nice little command attack, command dissonance, little combo with an auto attack weaved in between. Bam bam Bob's your uncle as we see Thanatom. Thanatom is looking to dive this bot lane now. But the Sivers walking back with a BF sword, and I can never remember what that slingshot item is called, to be honest. I know the other one, I know the red one, it's Rectrick. So yeah, slingshot I guess. So Thanatom is taking a lot of hits, he's going to tank tower now. He's been polymorph, passive procs on the Zac. Will they go for this now?
I do think the Jinx autos might... No, they do not.
Thanatom's always dead! The elastic slingshot's going to come through. Will he actually follow through with it? He does not, but the flash from Levity forcing the ultimate from the Soraka. He's going to keep going forward. Both ults have been used from the AD carries. Flash used from Levity, Flash, and Ghost from Warbase. Oh. A lot of damage being exchanged from both, but not many kills. Ice Arrow going for the Lucidity Boot and Balmy Cinder as his first and second bases. I like it. Ignitar going back in onto the Scion gets knocked up for his troubles.
I think the Scion getting a bit of health under his belt should be okay until the Darius completes his first item.
Yes. Which I'm guessing is going to be something like Trinity Force, which I would not be surprised by.
This does look like Infinity Force, Triforce.
Oh, hang on, the elastic slingshot in onto the Orianna. The ultimate being used. The ultimate from the Syndra coming in as well.
Yes.
And red team has claimed the feat of warfare, taking them one step closer. As there's a little bit of fight in the bot lane as well. Oh, the E comes in, pulls him back in. Q.
I think the Sion has just enough HP with the W, of course, to not make Ignitar ult.
One more combo, and he probably will die though. Right, we have a 500 gold lead now in favor of the MadMen. They played this early game very, very nicely. Mid has been mitigated quite a bit now after that kill onto the Orianna.
And if we take a quick look at the gold difference, you can
Bloody
see
hell,
that
mate, we got everything.
You can see that Mad Origin is quite a bit ahead currently.
Yes. I mean, this is the outcome they want, right? They've got a scaling composition, and they're very, very much ahead right now.
I do think that the gold lead in mid lane mitigates this a bit, because as the Syndra you do want to be ahead.
Yes. Oh, we're gonna look at the steal. Darius is here. It's not gonna be used. Oh, he's been pulled back. The Noxian Guillotine is available, but the Crescent Sweep comes out. Orianna is here. He flashes forward. The flash comes through. The bleed takes him down. And that is another kill for Ignitar, who's now on a killing spree. 1k gold ahead of Big. The Scatter of the Weak is there from the Syndra as well. That's a lot of damage. The ultimate comes out. Shockwave in response. They're going to keep going for it, but very low. They both slip away. The ultimate from the Sion? Sion wants to go on an F1 race. He clearly saw what happened at Imola.
And he's led part of the way through. TP's out.
This is brave. The elastic slingshot's going to come through, and he gets away. That's a very brave thing to do, though.
I mean, yeah. I think if he doesn't get out there, he wastes a lot of time, because he did let the 3 minions through for Ignitar.
Right, well, we've got our first... well, that was a voice break, wasn't it? We got our first items coming through now. We've got the Luden's Echo on both mid laners. We've got the Yuntals and the Heartsteel and the Stridebreaker as well. The AD carry is still slightly behind. Sorry, Levity is still slightly behind on the items. But...
as we do see the Dragon now started up, and MadMen don't have too much info. They'll see the Soraka now. And
they'll have some more
info. But there is a bit of damage on the Soraka, but not too much more.
No. Soraka going, based on the build, going for that Moonstone first item, which is a very, very strong item on her.
Ignitar has now officially hit 1k gold difference against his lane opponent in the side.
Yes. But, weirdly, the Sion, I think, is pretty okay with that, because all he's got to do is soak up enough damage, but Ignitar's just going to run at him now. Will he get there? He's Stridebreakers, uses the Q, starts auto-attacking, Conqueror has been procced, but he just doesn't do enough damage anymore. There's a lot of... wow, I spoke wrong. He's going to bleed for a little bit, but it won't do significantly enough for that Noxian Guillotine to be able to kill him. But is he going to go for it? This is a question. He takes the plate. He might look to go for it. The shield comes out. Oh, the E's there. He's going to do lots of damage. Stridebreaker auto attack. Gets slowed down slightly. Big is looking to fist fight now.
Cannot go for this anymore, as there is a TP.
There's a TP in the mid lane. Minik is here. The scat. Dr. Wilson's here. The passive is procced on the Zac. The shockwave onto the Lulu. The Lulu barely survives. The Jinx gets a double kill though and takes a 500 gold lead.
Again, the summoners from the Jinx, the heal and the TP and the Zin invested, so quite a bit. But they do also get 2 kills and most of the summoners from the enemy team.
There are 2 kills, more importantly, going on to the Jinx to accelerate that hyper carry power that they do have.
Already completed the Yuntal and will get the tower here.
Yes.
That is a feat to both teams. So we'll have to see.
And we'll go on a killing spree now, I think. Because, yes, because she kills him. But Ignitar might die to the Scion. Conqueror's procced. Does he have the healing? He doesn't have the healing to get through it.
That is a kill over to the Scion. Solo, I believe.
Solo kill over to Beeg on that Scion, which is pretty big for him.
That it's not yet a shutdown, as far as we can see.
I believe it was a shutdown. He was on a killing spree.
Was it? We can check. It was not a shutdown.
And they're going to get a second tower here with the Scion, maybe. Although he's just going to leave it for now.
I guess.
And base just outside the brush.
As the Herald has spawned. Curiously enough, I don't believe the grips have been taken this game. No, they haven't. They indeed have not been taken.
Well, MadMen need one more objective to claim all of the feats that they need for upgrades.
And might I direct your attention to this Zek, piloted by Azaro.
Yes, doing the Rift Herald. That's what they need. After this, they will have the upgraded boots.
Will they?
Yes, because they are on 2 of 3 objectives and have got all 3 kills.
Oh, they do have the grips. My mistake.
The Lulu trying to fist fight a little bit.
We are looking.
And he steals the Rift Herald!
Ignitar.
Oh, that should not have happened.
A few
But they're now going to look to fight. MadMen are going to look to fight this, but the Crescent Sweep comes through. The silence as well. That's a lot of damage. The Darius is here as well. Teleport now coming in from the Syndra. There's gonna be a 4v4 here. Zac goes down immediately. Syndra misses the scatter of the week. There's a shutdown onto the Jinx. 5-on-1 shutdown. Darius with the Noxian Guillotine takes him down. And that is a 2 for 2. But more importantly, Celestial Light do get the Rift Herald, which takes them to 2 for 2. And now it's 2-2 in objectives.
As Celestial Light might not get this tier 2 turret. And curiously enough, have still not taken this top tower either. As
well, Ignitar is going to try. The ult misses from Beeg, but he's going to go for it. Ignitar is taking tower shots for free right now. Oh, a little bit of healing there. The shield does a lot more damage to him.
The slow from
Ignitar's trying to run away. He's still got his flash if he needs to get over the wall, but he's just going to try and walk away. Gets slowed again by Beeg. He's going to go for it. There's some sustain coming through now. The knock-up misses, and Ignitar's just going to be able to walk away.
The red buff healing and slowing doing some work here.
Celestial Light is going to take another Drake.
Mountain Drake, which will.
And that, I believe it's their third objective. Yes.
It is.
Herald, a Drake, yeah. Ignitar looking to fist fight once more, but I just don't think he has that power because we see those steel caps. Although I might be wrong, maybe. As soon as the Bramble Vest comes through for Ignitar, he doesn't have mana, but his auto attack.
The passive is stacking, yes.
Yeah, the passive stacking, Conqueror stacking. He'll do damage with the auto attacks, but I'm expecting right now from the side something like a Bramble Vest or something to really, really stick it to the Darius, who is still 1.2k ahead. But MadMen are about just over 1,000 gold behind because of that almost 2k gold lead on the Jinx. This is the thing with the Jinx. All of the kills have gone to the Jinx. So she's going to do so much damage and she's going to be so much further ahead than Levity, who currently honestly just wants to farm. As we go into a lull now, do we have 1.7k in favor of the Jinx, 800 gold in favor of the Darius? Look at that swing. It's a swing of almost 4,000 gold.
Which I think really started at the Rift Herald.
And
in the
Mimic
right
is going to do a
area.
lot of damage here. And Dr. Wilson just goes down after that elastic slingshot does come in. Ignitar looking to fight the Scion again. I don't think anything's going to be doing at this point. Look at takes about 20% of its health. His health does start stacking his Conqueror, starts stacking everything. The sustain coming through. He is doing a lot of damage. Will he take a knock up there? He does take a knock up. The shield is there. The damage is going to come through again.
And that's a double
And he
shot.
just can't go through it anymore. Ignitar now having to run away.
I mean, these upgraded steel caps are doing a lot of work.
They're going to be doing a lot of work. And when they get upgraded even further to those tier 3 boots, that second shield Sion's going to get as well is going to be massive.
I do think he'll get it a bit later, because only Severe and Darius will be doing the damage, and he can just get more raw stats from other items.
For sure, for sure.
But later
Now,
on, it is going to be difficult.
unsurprisingly, Atakan has spawned in the top lane as we see Ignitar going again for a fist fight. Passive, the bleed passive is at max stacks. The Conqueror has also been proc. Will he actually be able to do it? He has to flash away. Now. Oh wait, it was on the bot lane. That's completely my bad. I misread the sign. Atakan will just be taken for free by Celestial Light.
That's a mid tower back over to Mad.
And now, they were going to want to shift to the top lane to finish off that top tower. As we can see, Darius going mid, so they can at least decrease the tower.
Yeah, I mean,
disparity.
Looking at this top squad, or the squad that is going top, I do think they finally want to pick up some of this standing gold in the top lane, and they should be able to with the drop.
There we go.
I mean, it's only 2 Drakes to 1, so no worries there.
Since I've just gone in, Ignitar is going to go down. He has to flash away. He's got the Ghost still to go. The W from the Jinx does miss. But the Super Mega Death Rocket does some Super Mega Death killing. As we see the Rift Herald charge into that mid lane tower, and they're going to take a tier 2 tower, extending their gold lead even further to just to 2k. Alright, Jinx now does have a shutdown. 185 gold, and the Soraka has a shutdown as well because she hasn't died yet.
Yep.
So, now, what do the MadMen Origins have to do to get back into this then? They're not that far behind, I know, I'm almost doomsaying, really. But, with the way the other comp working, with the Jinx doing as well it is, with the Sion soaking as much damage as it is right now, what do MadMen have to do?
I think... Well,
Oh,
obviously,
there's an elastic slingshot coming in, the flash through,
the TP
with the doubt. With the Jinx using both sides to get away. The elastic slingshot coming in again. Passive going to be procced now by the Xin Zhao. Zack's going to go down for nothing, but the Lulu is probably going to be lost as well, but she flashes out of the way. Ignitar now trying to fist fight the Sion as Levity goes down. Jinx taking the double kill, and they're just going to have to run out wounded.
I don't think this was the play they needed to do to win.
No.
They kind of got collapsed on. I guess they saw an opportunity, went for it with Zack. But then just the defensive tools from Soraka, the Xin ult, and then also the Sion TPing in. It was a bit too much.
Yes, indeed. Completely concur. They walk away wounded. Jinx used both summoners. A lot of ultimates used as well. Lulu flashed away.
They'll pick up
But
some
survived.
standing gold, but I don't think they'll be able to get anything more for now.
The Sion almost has parity now as well with the Darius in terms of gold, whereas the Jinx is ballooning in gold compared to the Sivir. 3 items compared to 2.
As I would like to also make note that we did just now fix the icon from Celestial Light, which wasn't displaying properly on the top.
Yeah. It's a very good game so far. That I believe with the scaling, with the amount of scaling that MadMen have, it is still possible.
As this is
But
a
they're
slight
gonna have to try.
best
So look at that damage from the Oriana though. It takes a shockwave, having to flash away and use the scatter of the weak to just get out of there and flash on top of that. That Oriana is doing a lot of damage right now.
I mean, she is going full damage with the Ludens and the Shadow Flame. Which I
Yeah.
think might come to bite them a bit later once the Darius and the Zac get some more magic resist.
The one thing I'm quite surprised about on the side of the Syndra is I'm not seeing really magic penetration right now for the Scion.
Not yet, no.
I was sort of expecting Nash has been started, the Elastic Slingshot being charged up. Isara really just wants to fight everybody today, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Although with 3 other of his teammates being there, I think he can do it for now. With the Syndra and Oriana being locked away, don't forget, this Oriana holds a lot of their team fighting power besides the Jinx. So I do think that if the Ori is not there, they are.
Oh, the Elastic Slingshot coming in again. Apologies, but the Elastic Slingshot coming in again. The teleport is also being used. The ultimate comes out from the Zac. The Super Mega Death Rocket used. Darius now wants to get
why are you there?
Ignitar is taking so damage. Ignitar, what are you doing? Then you don't have enough sustain to get through. Ignitar goes down to Thanatom. Jinx is excited. Double kill now for the Oriana. Elastic Slingshot in. And I think that might be game one.
No.
They've got a Baron buff. 40-second death timers, almost. I think they're going to go for the end.
I mean, Jinx is excited. They could.
Yes. Sion is tanking enough to tank these towers as well. There's not quite demolished pro. They're going for the end. And ladies and gentlemen, that is game one.
That is indeed game one.
What a snowball from the Jinx. 9-1 and 4. 4k gold ahead of Levity in that game. Wow.
That is quite the game, indeed. As we will get a quick view of the scoreboard here.
Woo! Darius doing the most damage, unsurprisingly, fighting into that Scion. But the discrepancy between the AD carry and the mid lane is in terms of damage.
Yeah. I mean, at some point I heard someone saying you should be banned if you deal less than 10k damage in the mid lane. But with a 26-minute game, I think you can be forgiven.
That was a very, very... Whew. Very nice game. Very, very nicely played by Celestial Light.
If you just look also at the gold, the Jinx just got funneled gold and just went away with the game.
Yeah, the kills went to the person who needed to.
As we now will have to wait a little bit until until the game 2 starts.
What does chat think about that first game then? What do we think? Before we throw it to like a few minute break until they get into lobby again. Get some opinions from the chat.
Yes, I will.
What went wrong? What went well? Even better if.
I will take a
all that sort of stuff.
Break to grab a bottle of water.
I saw we go beast mode, and I think he may have lagged a bit. Let's see. Da 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 da. Oh. How did everyone find that game then? It was a game. It truly was a game of all time. Ignitar about to school all of them. I'm loving the faith coming in from everyone. Much love from the Netherlands. Hey, hey, how's it going? Give them one win for false hope. The CLG straight on the fan. The faithful will be rewarded. To quote Kobe, one of my favorite casting quotes of all time. And I will come back to it after the reverse sweep. Well, should there be a reverse sweep in this series? But the faithful will be rewarded. Oh, nice. All right, what's the wait on them getting into their next lobby? Up until they lose, they were winning. Yeah, indeed, indeed.
We are not yet in the lobby, as far as I'm aware, teams have a 10 minutes break.
Ah, right. Well. What's the quote going by your think Kadong? Until they lose, they were winning. It's like,
I mean,
make them think they've won and then take everything out from underneath them or something like that. The Sun Tzu quote.
yeah, something like that, right? I
Yeah.
mean, these squads are just getting made up by the day nowadays, but
Well. Sun Tzu's quotes are not. Sun Tzu comes from The Art of War, Mistos.
I
One
am
of the best
aware.
war strategy books of all time.
So
Skara
I
quote.
do not.
Ah,
I sadly do not own the book, but
someone gave it to me to borrow, and I never give it back to them.
Yeah, I do own the accompanying sword.
Oh, very cool. OG Scarus. Ah, yes, I know the one you're talking about.
As
Yes.
I have quickly pulled up the rulebook on breaks, teams have a 15-minute break.
Damn, 15.
If one team is ready and the break exceeds 10 minutes, then they should like notify. So it's 10 minutes and then basically a 10-minute break, which can be extended up until 15 minutes.
Fair enough. Sorry, I went to go get a drink and I didn't realize my mic was. I left my mic muted.
No, it's fine.
Da da da.
As we can set up and be ready for when the draft.
All right, has it put all the fearless draft stuff in there? So we don't have to try and remember what already got picked, basically. Should have
As
played.
I do need to relog my client, and
That's fine.
as
They're on a break, so
I got a message that they tried to invite me to the lobby and it did not work.
that's fine.
So
Take your time.
let's hope the client God will bless us today.
Small indie games company, mate.
as it does work now.
Dee, 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 dee. Oh,
So, meanwhile, while we wait for the draft to start, I would like to point your attention to the fact that, from what I've heard, there are players that have now hit their minimum game requirement. Um, but basically, from what I've heard, there are some players that made it close. Let's just say that. Because as most of you will know, there is a 70 ranked game minimum for all VL players. And I have heard from people playing, well, I'm not sure it's healthy, but 31 games in like 35 hours. As we have started the draft.
there we go. All right. Fearless draft. Right.
As we
We
cannot
need to remember
see
the champs that have already been picked. Can you click on the game one drafts? Oh wait, that might not be a good idea. So
I can quickly fill you in. So, Jinx, Oriana, Zinzao, Soraka, Sion, Sivir, Lulu, Zac, Syndra, and Darius have been played already. They cannot be picked again by either team.
so Levity will play a second champion.
As we will keep Celestial Light on the blue side, by the way.
Do winners have a side selection in this, or do losers?
I am fairly certain it is losers, but I can...
15.10. Kadon. Da da da.
Yeah, it is decided by the loser of the previous game.
And they wanted to stay on red side. Interesting.
It looks like it, yes. As
Fair
of course
enough.
the side selection for game 1 goes to the team listed first on the page on tournament.
Yes, the brand new one. Lucian, first pick. One of So what's the AD carry's name? One of Warbase's main AD carries. 75% win rate in 8 games. Quite a good one for him, to be honest. Gonna expect to see a Milio and Nami of Braum. I quite like to see the Braum paired with it. I know Damon, if he's still in chat, is a big fan of the Lucian Braum duo. And I'm a big OG Lucian Braum fan as well.
Just telling the chat, this is played on the live patch. We are not on the tournament realm.
Alright, so Varus into Lucian. What are they going to go next?
It's going to be
here?
interesting to see what type of various this is. Either lethality on hit.
Big AP item changes. Yes.
Yes, they have been gone through.
Sejuani.
Sejuani being picked, in line with the previous, or not in keeping in line with the previous draft, where we do see that now the standard pick order of like 80 carries and then junglers.
All right. What are we looking for here? We're looking for a jungler into the Sejuani, maybe a
Braum is
Trundle.
picked, as you call
The
it.
Lucian Braum duo. I will love to cast this game now. Not that I didn't love the last game, but Lucian Braum is going to be a very, very strong bot lane. Very strong level 1 with the concussive blows.
Also, the Unbreakable Shield is very strong about the Varus. I guess the Varus Q.
Exactly. And the ultimate, maybe?
I am not completely sure on the situation.
I'm not too sure on the interaction. Yeah. Volibear in the top lane as well. Sorry, in the top lane. Could be jungle, could be top. Whichever one it is. It's a flex pick.
I mean,
And Mordekaiser picked. It was banned out in the second phase last game.
I think Ignitar just really wants to play it then. If it's banned out and now being picked.
Ignitar just wants to play champions that fist fight, it looks like.
I mean, if his speciality is there, I don't blame him.
No, I completely concur. I just find it funny that as soon as it's not banned, he picked it.
Well, the Susan ban once again comes out against Beak. I guess he also has this set champion ball. As the Karma gets banned out, which is a pretty nice synergy.
Aris Karma is a very strong bot lane.
And the Silas. I mean, Silas would have had a bunch of good ultimates still here. The Mordekaiser ult, the Sejuani ult. So I like that ban.
Yeah. Final ban, looking towards a support ban. I'm thinking another support ban or a mid lane ban here.
I do think they'll get a support. Oh,
Echo.
Echo, which could still be a mid.
That's quite funny because you just did an echo of me.
Yes, I'm very good at that,
Yeah.
as you've noticed. Well, as this is our first get together, I'm not too worried yet.
Alice, I do like the Alistair here, actually.
I do.
Speaking about that.
I think it works okay into the Braum, but I'm not an expert on the matchup. I do think it is pretty decent against the Volibear as well.
It provides a little bit of backline access as well if the Alistair can get a good angle.
I am a bit worried about the early game in bot lane now.
Yeah, well, yeah. As the
Shen picks,
Ooh.
typically this is not considered a favorable matchup for the Shen. However, if
could
you
be
play
jungle
it really
Shen.
well, you can definitely not lose at least. And
Could
I
be
do
jungle
think
Shen.
it's a really good combination with both the Lucian being able to protect him in team fights, and then also going in at level 6 with the Volibear. As we will wait for our mid pick. Aurora picked some much needed AP.
Ooh, the Aurora. What are we going to see picked into the Aurora now? I will say, very frontline heavy. Oh, Vega.
I mean, Veigar, the cage does definitely have some value here, this game, but I am not the most certain on how it plays in general, because I do think I do think the Veigar R gets definitely blocked by the Braum Unbreakable, as it is a projectile. As we head into the other way of drafting,
The LEC draft overlay.
as you call it. Well, I do think the LEC uses their custom-made software, but it is heavily inspired by, as far as I know. But I still really love this broadcasting app, as the scores, for example, get updated automatically.
It is very, I will say, it is very, very cool. Are we in spectator delay now? Oh no, they're still in pick bands.
They are still doing pick bands. Because that is accurate, the pick bands. As they actually follow the original pick order. No, they don't.
Big pick Lucian. So Celestial Light for now, definitely are. Maybe he's made a boo-boo.
As I'm fairly certain that these stats are from solo queue. That you see.
Alright, so Celestial Light opting to go for the other drafting software's pick order. MadMen Origins picking their own champions.
No, the Volibear is not picked in order, so it's. I mean, per VL competitive ruling, they are required to do the correct bans,
Which they have done.
which they have done indeed.
No. MadMen Origins are all in order currently. It's
Not in the pick order that they did during the drafting tool.
Oh no. But they're in pick order for lane order, is what
They
I mean.
are.
Whereas Celestial Light will have to do some swapperoonies. Da 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 na na. Na 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 na. You know, back when I first started watching League pro play,
Yeah.
I used to think that I didn't know swaps were a thing.
I see.
So I used to think that when people picked something, that's the order it was picked in.
I mean, it's not the worst assumption I've seen, because okay, this is going to be very embarrassing, but when I first started playing League, I picked Lux top lane, and I was unaware of the fact that you could recast your E. So I made it a lot harder on myself by having to time my E, like auto recast on the wave.
Damn.
Yes.
Good then.
In my
Fair enough.
defense, I was introduced to League by Katarina OTP, so I think I have some leniency.
There's your first problem. That's the first problem there. As we go into the 3-minute spectator delay.
Yes. I think it's actually 2 minutes 50, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm not completely sure. It's the default.
Yeah, that's fine. Is there an ability that on a champion that they've changed that you miss?
I'm not sure.
Because I know everybody hates this ability, but I do miss Corky Package.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Mostly because it made things interesting. I was about to say a very naughty word and get the stream banned.
Don't. I mean, it's not my channel, but don't.
I didn't. There we go. There will be no swearing on this Christian Minecraft stream.
Well, I'm not sure how religious we want to get here, but I do. I am a member of the Church of Shen as a Shen player myself, and
I'm a member of the Church of Braum as a Braum player.
Fair enough. I think if Beak doesn't fall behind a lot early, he should be fine. Which, if he... a little known fact, there are differences between the strength in epic items. For example, I think if you look at some of the items, a Spectre Skull, for example, is very, very strong early, since you have a lot of regen and some Magic Fist, which is a standard first buy against the Mordekaiser.
Oh, are we getting into game?
We are slowly.
Yeah.
We will just wait for the.
Do we have a gamba that we could put in there for chat? Do you guys do channel points?
Where
you could put a poll in saying who's gonna win game 2 and stuff like that.
Completely certain, but we might be able to.
Other mods who aren't casting / observing. Give him the gamba. Who's gonna win game 2? Mad or Celestial Light?
As the League broadcast app has crashed, unfortunately.
Fantastic.
We will get this up as soon as possible.
Oh, classic overlay. Look at this. As you see again, another 5-point defense. With Volibear going down into the mid lane. But Sejuani sticking into their jungle. Nobody's going for the mental dip with some.
Has luckily.
It's back.
It is indeed back.
Right, you wondered which rune set Levity would go for. He has gone for on hit, which based on the comp that he's against makes a lot of sense to me. The Shen, the volley, the Braum. He's just gonna want to be sat there and he's just gonna want to hit him.
As we do have some slight technical difficulties, which
Pro
will
stream.
be hopefully solved.
A little bit of trading in the top lane between Beeg and Ignitar. Beeg's trying to walk straight up to him. Oh,
as we do have
lovely auto attack.
a sort of.
We have an overlay.
We have an overlay, indeed.
Oh, first strike diff in the mid lane as well. Electrocute versus first strike. Lethal tempo versus press the attack. It's looking.
We'll get the. No, this is just clever. We'll just leave it like this. We won't have the team logos, sadly.
Everybody's got all of the feats.
Yes, they do.
Ignitar's taking a lot of damage early. Those grass procs coming in huge for Beeg.
It is what it is.
Now, the level 2 in this lane is going to be extremely important in this bot lane. As we see, that this happens first. The headbutt power is pushing Warbase back in. He has to run back. Auto attacks now raining through from Levity. Lethal Tempo now proc. Gonna start laying into the Braum a little bit more. And look at that. Support on the flash for the support for the AD carry flash. As Ignitar is getting towered over right now, but he's fighting back quite nicely with the E and the Qs coming off.
Remember, this Shen does not have an ignite, as it is currently the meta to not do. So he doesn't have as much skill pressure. But if we can just take a quick look at the rune page, we do see that Shen has second wind, which will help him heal up. As we also see not too much out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
The Alistair opting for the full movement speed setup.
Now, key thing here, there is no flash on this Lucian. But no flash on the Alistair also after that play. Very, very good angle that he found.
As Shen just slowly dashes away from the E.
Alright, so you say you're a Shen player, right?
I am.
Alright, apart from Stand United, what are his abilities called? As you see a little bit of a trade coming in.
You ask a good question. I am fairly...
Oh, there's a taunt that's come in onto Ignitar, but he's taking a lot of damage. There's a lot of minions hitting Beeg right now. As Volibear is bot lane, the concussive blows are starting to stack. He
Ice arrow
pulverizes
also
to the nearest
being
minion,
there.
takes a relic shield stack, and then manages to get out. Gives you a bit of time to start thinking about it, as there's a little bit of fist fighting going on.
As we
Oh,
see
the
this
flash taunt going through. The E
dodging the
is
Q.
there. Ignitar still has his flash. Wow, what a way to delay a base. Flash taunting.
As
I respect that so much. There's one down the bot lane. Headbutt Pulverize is going to go into the wall. The cowbell's starting to proc, but he manages to stand behind me away. Not stand behind me. The jump the W away.
as we do.
And
have
there's a
boss.
pause. All right. League officials are now investigating the root of the cause.
Yes, we have.
Which
heard
in chat,
that
I believe, what does it say in chat?
Warbase has disconnected for now.
Ah,
Keep in mind, both teams are allowed a pause for up to 15 minutes.
and it's
As
been on
we
pause
have
already. We can get
resolved
straight back into the action. Sejuani's basing on a ward, but the Q misses from the Braum. Now, Mordekaiser
not opting to use.
is going to do a lot of damage. He's still got the E there.
Yeah.
Does
Shadow
more
dash.
damage than Beak. Is going for it, and the Mordekaiser gets
First
first blood, just like in game 1.
As we will
Oh. Oh.
wait a little bit for the game to.
Is it? We good? Do I get the first blood? The first blood's already gone through. Nice.
Yes, it is up to date. We are
Nice.
currently up to date.
Dragon has now spawned. Headbutt Pulverize comes through. Levity, will Levity be able to throw up?
As we do have a mountain drake as our first drake. As Ignitar has hit level 6, immediately
He has hit level 6. The Death Realm is available to him. Ice Arrow is here to support. He can't dash away right now.
Refuge, but not
And
being able to
then-
Shadow Dash out.
Yes. Ah, there's the abilities.
Yes, I do know them. It's Key Barrier, Twilight Assault, Spirit Refuge, and Shadow Dash.
It's Shadow Dash is the
Yes.
E, the taunt, right? Yeah.
Taunt, yes.
Yeah, and then Stand Unite is the ultimate.
The detect, as you say, the overlay is ever so slightly cooked, as League Broadcast did crash as we got into game. However, we have restarted it, and besides both teams having all the besides the overlay being slightly transparent and us missing some logos, everything is working as intended.
That's what League like. That's what League wants us to think.
As to how
All right, we've
override
seen
is used.
a lot of damage taken by the Braum now. Will Kui go for it? He does have his flash. Lucian's flash is still a little bit of a ways up from being up.
As we will go back to Kui for a little bit, just posing for now. I don't think he will engage at this point.
I don't think he will engage either, but he's keeping that the bot lane of Celestial Light away from that wave, starving them of gold.
As if we
For now.
look at this CS, top lane having a 4 CS difference, but full 800 gold apart. As the
The flash power has come. The flash headbutt power has come through. Will
exhaust being used?
Toby
Flash
go
being
down?
used,
Toby's gonna go down. Toby goes down.
and that is
Warbase
the
now
Q4.
is next. The lethal tempo has come through. Volibear flashes, goes in for the stun, takes the shield. Warbase now
And
the Standing
United
United is
being
onto
used.
Warbase. Kui is now having to run away. What a start to the play for MadMen, but the
And
Stand United getting used and the Volibear supporting absolutely turned that around. However, MadMen do get the feat of warfare for the first 3 kills. As we see another little fist fight now between the Mordekaiser who put the Aurora in the Death Realm, so she can't run away. Oh, that's a lot of damage coming out onto Dr. Wilson, who has to flash away. A big summoner spell, especially in the mid lane where you get the Vigor and there's a baby cage. Wow. Let's talk me through that one, Mistos.
I mean, I think Kui just was looking for it for like a full 2 minutes, and then he just saw it. I don't think they actually expected the Stand United there, because it was at the last moment, and they did die because of it.
As Ignitar does just go down
Just
for
go down.
free. The ultimate comes out from the Aurora. That's a lot of damage, but the Ice Arrow doing a brilliant job canceling. Mimic now. The Glacial Prison there is the Baby Cage. The Baby Cage has now come through. A lot of damage onto Minute, but he manages to get out a shot. A lot of gold goes onto the Aurora though.
Yeah, I mean,
For killing.
Matt got the grips of this. But that's about it for now, by the looks of it. I mean,
Yeah.
I wanted to, before this fight happened, I wanted to bring your attention to the gold difference in the top
Yes. Go ahead.
Ignitar, again, just like last game, having a 1k gold lead early and then dying. So I do hope that the dying doesn't become a trend as well.
Well, he's going in on B again right now. Lots of blocking coming through. Uses the Shadow Dash to get away.
Yep.
I'm gonna learn. I will learn these Shen ability names by the end of the stream. Don't you worry.
As we take a quick look at the gold graph.
It's a similar goal. It's a similar picture to game one.
Yes.
Ignitar's got really far ahead. Let's just see if they can convert this one into a win and take us to game 3. The culling coming out now onto Levity. That's a lot of damage. The stun from the concussive blows has been stacked. Kui gets stunned for a little bit. That sweeper, he's going to be able to sweep that tri-brush in a second as well, which is nice.
The piercing arrow being charged, but only hitting. As Aurora
Okay, the baby
gets
keeps coming through. That's a lot of things.
that is
The
a
stun's going to come through from...
And as
And there it is. Minnick gets a kill, and that is, I believe, how many stacks do you get for a kill on Vhagar again? I want to say 12, but that's Nasus.
I believe it's 5.
Yeah, I think 12 stacks for a kill is
in
kind
the
of...
overlay. Luckily, how much stacks this Vhagar has? Currently at 87.
87, nice. With the Ludens now as well. Looking to maybe get that Rabadons as we see B getting pulled back in again. These pullbacks. Kui is now getting cut. He's been Unbreakable Will now been proc. Kui, will he go back in? He can't. The exhaust has been used onto Warbase. He uses the headbutt to push him away. Thanator's now gone in. The shield now onto there. Ice Arrow about to go down to the Volley Bear. 2-0-1. But a return. I was going to call it an exit frag from playing CS. A return kill onto the Braum.
Lefty being still plus 400.
Oh, Levity's been ganked. He's getting dove. The ultimate's there. 2 ultimates been used. Back to Fountain with you, my friend.
As I did want to bring your attention back to the mid lane play we saw earlier, where Minnick used this cage very nicely, because when the Aurora eats backwards, she eats into the cage. And I believe that was Minnick's impeccable timing to do that.
So, Minnick, 500 gold ahead. Ignitar, 1.5k gold ahead. Conversely, Phantom, 1k gold ahead almost.
I mean, yes, this volley will be scary, definitely in the mid game, but I do think that Mad are quite happy having gold leads on their carries, and most importantly, Warbase not being 3 kills ahead over Levity after an early game.
Correct. Now,
As we
let's
see
look at what's coming up.
them
Drake
setting
is
up
coming up.
another dive. They do see Phantom on the wards.
Very good vision. B using that shadow to get out. He's in the death realm currently though. Fist fighting in the death realm. Fist fighting in Mordekaiser with a massive shield right now. But nothing is doing. That Rylai's now for Ignitar as well. Whereas Heartsteel not quite completed for Beak. So here's a debate that we could have. Well, debate until the next fight in about 20 seconds probably. Heartsteel. I thought Heartsteel wasn't good anymore. As we see the Glacial Prison missing. But the flash forward from the Vega. Flash for flash in the mid lane. Kills.
As Vega,
Almost
I
going
don't
over.
think you really like trading flashes. As we do see the
Especially
flash
with something like this. Shut down now for the Volibear is now 4-0. Ultimate coming through. Ice Arrow having to flash away. Big is just being kept under his tower. That's an almost 2k gold lead.
I don't think you want to lose your flash as Veigar, especially if you don't get the kill. It was quite greedy from Minik there, and also a nice collapse by the Volibear. As I have an interesting question for you while we wait a bit before the next fight. Do you know what the name is of Mordekaiser's ultimate? Because you'd called it Death Realm. However,
it's not called the Death Realm, but I know you send them to the Death Realm.
Well, you sent them to Brazil, really, but
well, yeah, but we can't really call Mordekaiser's ultimate I don't know, Brazilian Airlines Flight 345.
Yeah, it is called Realm of Death.
Oh, come on. Oh, really?
Yes, it is.
Right, please be more creative.
I was quite surprised by that fact.
Yeah, interesting. Alright, next fight. Coming up, we got... who's got what dragon?
As the Herald is being spawned...
What's the dragon count? I can't see the dragon count.
The dragon count... I will actually look that up, as we do see a dive being set up on the spot side.
Yep, Volibear does have his ultimate, well, just off cooldown now. So they should be able to just take this first tower.
Dragon here. No, not the first tower actually. Matt already
it's not the first tower, is it?
Yes. Do apologize.
Mordekaiser is now actually extending his lead. 40 away, 40 CS away from Flame Horizoning him. And now he invades the jungle.
And a Cloud Drake for the blue team.
Oh, that's a Rift Herald as well. And MadMen actually get to take it and keep it this time.
I mean, they have feats now as well, this time, which is quite nice.
Oh, they do, because they got 3 kills. But Kui has to use the Unbreakable Will. But he's just going to go down. The locket comes through.
As Phantom...
But Phantom is diving. The flash barrier coming through. That is a lot of damage now. From Levity, though, with that Bork.
He doesn't have any armor on this Volibear, so Levity will be quite dangerous for him to dive, I think now. Especially since, of course, the Blade of Ruin King deals 80 damage as the passive, and no longer magic damage. Culling has been used as well.
Culling had to be used to dissuade any sort of inkling of an engage.
Remember, the Volibear currently does not have ult because he used it earlier in the bot lane.
Yeah. 2.2k the gold lead now in the top lane, 1.8k in the jungle. Reaching 1k now almost for the Veigar.
I think the dip you see there was the bot dive, where Kui did die. But now with the mid lane tower picked up, you do see that it's steady about around 1.5k total gold difference. The Heartsteel, it's as earlier, it's okay, but personally against Mordekaiser I don't like it because you really like the early magic resist in this matchup.
I certainly thought that. Getting something like I mean, Rukkan used to be really strong, but I'm not sure how strong it is now. Maybe it is still quite strong.
I said earlier, you definitely go with Spectral Scout early.
Yeah.
The Kinnick Rukkan is quite strong against Mordekaiser because it invalidates most of his damage until mid game.
Yes.
In all. especially with the heavy AP shot, I think you are allowed to go really early magic.
Oh, what is this teleport?
Realm
The
of
Death Realm now for War.
Realm of Death.
Ignitar has put Warbase in the Death Realm. Will he be able to finish the kill?
United.
He does! Oh, the locket comes through! The headbutt pulverizer is there! The ultimate from Braun Beak almost going down. He has actually gone down. The Aurora ultimate used to get out. Tawi going down now as well. Volibear is now being focused down. There's a lot of damage. The stun coming through. Minik has killed Phantom, and the last person standing is Aurora, who has to walk away wounded and flashless, and the dragon will go over to the side of the MadMen Origin.
I mean, this draft is just press R, win team fights. I think as a pick comp, Celestial Light has a bit of an advantage, but just pure team fight, the Vega Cage, the Varus ult, even the Realm Beyond Death just picking off a target, and then the Mordekaiser being so incredibly tanky. I think the early team fight, or like the mid game team fights, are definitely going in Mad's favor. I mean,
a fantastic choice as well by the Varus to go for the on-hit build as well. I think it's been a very, very useful thing to do. The flash, the taunt flash coming through,
but missing
from Beak, which is a very brave thing to do. It did not connect, I do not believe.
Nope, it did not. I do get what he wants to try. He wants to taunt the Mordekaiser under the tower. However, not having that flash will certainly mean he'll have a hard time getting onto Levity or Minik for the next fight. The flash being used by Phantom to get away. As remember, Kui still has that exhaust, so if either Warbase or Dr. Wilson goes in onto Levity, they will get exhausted.
Indeed. The exhaust is a very, very good summoner spell to take for the Alistair here. Ignitar waiting in that bush for the Shen. The Shen's not really had a very, very fun game, to be honest. 60, I would say it's about 53 CS down, 54 CS down.
I mean, he also has a really hard time stacking this hardstyle, because if he stays too long within the Mordekaiser's range, the Mordekaiser will proc his passive and just slow him to death. As they just start up the counter. This time
Starting that again is a very, very brave choice.
And they are 3-man strong, they could decide to contest it, although Levitt is not here yet. Remember, the shredding is quite... makes it quite vulnerable. As arrow goes in, so we should die here.
Yeah, Ice Arrow goes down. The Stand United being used now on the Aurora. Get the Shen right into the middle of the Levity now having to run away. The ult has been used by the Volibear. Shut down for the Lucian. The E has been used, and they have been all but aced as the Mordekaiser was split pushing bot lane with no teleport to join the fight.
I mean, this was just a really nice attack on timing, as Levity was still mid lane and the Mordekaiser does not have teleports. Which basically means they win the fight, because Levity was a bit in the middle of the fight and out of position.
Yeah. Trying to fight an Atacam without your Mordekaiser is a very, very risky strategy, and as we can see from that, it didn't pay off. But Mordekaiser now 3.5k up almost in gold.
And remember, he has TP for the next fight. I mean, there are currently no objectives spawning for a bit. It's 1.5 minutes until this next Drake, which will be the third Drake, I believe, for Celestial. Yeah, it is the second Drake for Mad and the third Drake for Celestial, if they get it. I mean, the healed and shield power that Cambaron Drake does provide.
Oh.
I mean, this Mordekaiser will not be complaining. And if Mad manages to get this soul, they are so incredibly tanky on this Alistar and the Mordekaiser.
The culling being used to dissuade the Mordekaisers from trying to get anything spicy there.
Lefty
As well.
Vision, but nothing coming.
Right, we got somewhat of a lull. We've got 40 seconds until the Drake. 1 minute 40 until the Nash. Drake is the priority here. Let's look at the vision control. Most of the vision control is from MadMen. Very, very nicely done. But it's all being cleared now. As they're making their way into the river. The E being used from the volley bear. Death Brown onto Warbase again. There is a flash on this Mordekaiser. He's used it. Warbase is going down. Warbase has gone down.
Available. Just a few seconds too late to save Warbase.
The second Warbase has gone down. Oh. Aurora just got executed. Big having to shadow dash out of that. The dragon gets stolen. Braum steals the Chem Dragon.
I believe that was with a Q as well.
Oh, I've done that before, but Levity takes down Phantom. Oh.
I mean, as Celestial Light, I mean, I wouldn't take the Aurora execute, but at least they are on soul point right now. And Chem Drake being quite strong, I would say, on the likes of the Aurora and the Braum. I mean, Lucian also not getting one shot by the... Well, maybe I take it back. I do think if the Mordekaiser gets onto the Lucian, he will kill him. But...
Yeah. Well, Mordekaiser did jump onto the Lucian. He put him in the Death Realm and went to Brazil.
Yep.
Sent it to Brazil and then...
I mean... With the Aurora,
he showed Lucian Copacabana and he liked it there.
I mean, I do think that with the Aurora being top and the Lucian being in the Death Realm, Celestial Light does not have damage in a fight. It is really.
The baby cage! Look at that pulverize into the baby cage from one side of the baby cage to the other, and Minik has slain Towie. The shadow dash has to be used from the Shen to run away from the Mordekaiser and the slow from the... Is it a sword? What is it? The thing that follows him around. It looks like a sword to me. I don't know. The Spirit Blade. The Spirit Blade going through as MadMen now start the Baron Nasher.
As we see flash from Queen. As Minik does die. Thanos surviving.
Phantom is still alive. Icehour is just gonna get killed. Triple kill for the Lucian. He's just gonna run straight up to Warbase again. Warbase is just gonna go down. He's gonna get one shot here. Wait for it. Down. Now, who's next? He's just gonna die here. There is an ace now taken by Phantom, and they're going to take the Baron themselves. What are they doing?
The taunt being really nice from Zeke there, denying the W from the Mordekaiser. I think if he gets the W, he might kill one. As this is a clean Baron. I mean, look at the gold grab swing.
These gold swings from Celestial Light against the MadMen Origins have been insane, honestly.
I do definitely think this game is not yet over. I mean, if the MadMen get a nice team fight where they can pick off these carries, they just roll over the rest of Celestial, but Celestial just outplaying, I guess, this team fight.
Celestial are playing out of their minds right now, especially against the comp that got very, very far ahead very quickly. Dr. Wilson now has jumped in. Power is used to take away the aura from Levity. Now we're going to get a little bit of a team fight. The culling has to be used. The culling, Levity survives by flashing out of the way. Towie has now gone down. Ignitar walking towards the Lucian, trying to get towards him, using that sustain to get there. Now, Ignitar also down. Warbase has now opened up the guns, but Minik takes it out with that ultimate. Ice Arrow now
Oh,
taking a lot of damage. Now, tower has been disabled. Levity. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodging. Using his abilities. The lethal tempo has been proc. Minnick now. The double kill for the volley bear. Kui is now the only one alive on the side of MadMen Origins. And now they've taken a 1.9k gold lead. They have the Celestial Light.
I mean, you can just... Not sure what is going on with...
The scrappier these fights get, the more it advantages Celestial Light, I think. They want to scrap.
Yeah, this game has been very close. I do hope Mad win, of course. Both because I cheer for their org, and I would really like to see a game 3 between these teams.
I'd love to see game 3, but they're fighting the way right now. MadMen are fighting the way that Celestial Light want them to fight. They want the scraps. They don't. So Minnick now teleporting almost into a circle of death.
I mean, I feel like they've been really denying Ignitar these ults onto the carries.
Oh, and Ignitar's just been caught. He's just going to get taken down, and Phantom is now on a rampage. That's 10 and 2, 4.3k gold ahead of the Sejuani. A triple knockup now. Phantom taking about 30% of his health. Dragon now about to be started. Let's see what happens here.
This is the sole point for Celestial Light. If they get this dragon, it is a very impactful candidate.
Calling used to dissuade the Sejuani. Between worlds used by the Aurora. Chemtech Drake taken by the side of Celestial Light. And now they're just going to march down the mid lane, take that tier 2 and maybe push even further. 4k up, 3.6k gold ahead now.
They don't have the Baron buff anymore, but this tower doesn't fall. Maybe a tier 3, but I don't think that tier 3 will fall.
Let's take stock of ultimates now though. No between worlds, no culling, no Braum ultimate. On the side of MadMen, all of their ultimates are available. Mordekaiser is now back up as well. Their main to me, Mordekaiser is their main damage threat currently.
I mean,
If he flashes Death Realms and jumps onto the Lucian and one-shots the Lucian, then I think the fight can be won. However,
Mordekaiser has been very skillfully picked off these last couple fights. Taking some of the red side jungle.
Warbase now taking a 1.6k gold lead over Levity when he's been behind for most of the game as well.
Also, Beacon finally getting a few stacks onto the Heartsteel. I do
Like I said,
think it's not the best Heartsteel game as you around 30 minutes you would like to see at least 350 stacks at this point. So the Mordekaiser are definitely denying a lot of these Heartsteel stacks.
Indeed. But we got a
think
spicy game on our hands.
Dr. Wilson might be on a item spike almost for the Void Staff. We did see Phantom just giving all of these camps to Dr. Wilson.
Well, what's that? What are we looking at there? Is that a Void Staff, I think, or is that a Crypt? I think that's a Void Staff,
That is
yes.
a Void Staff, yes. And it is
Gonna help shred through the Alistair, the Sejuani, and the Mordekaiser.
only 14 pages in the book, but I think even 14 pages is still quite nice.
Indeed. Right, so we got a little bit of calm right now until Ignitar eventually starts to fight big, as we can see now. I jinxed it. So, a little bit of movement speed. He's going towards Beeg. The Rylai's doing... Oh, look at that. Rylai's slow. It's a lot of damage being done to Beeg. The shield comes through, the sustain will come through now, the Shadow Dash being used to get away. Beeg is taking a lot of damage. Slowly but surely he will go down. He has got the flash. He has got everything up.
The Shadow Dash.
Will he go for it? Will he keep going for Beeg? Will Ignitar flash for the Shen? An objective bounty has been cleared. The Nash got stolen! And Levity can now open up. Lots of damage coming through. The auto attacks are there. Warbase is going to go. The knockup misses completely onto Levity, but the chains of corruption do hit him. No summoners left. Phantom now chasing after the carries of MadMen Origin. Phantom going unstoppable. Minnick dying. Everybody going down, and the only people up are Mordekaiser and the Alistair. But they get the Baron. Gonna get a tier 3 tower. Might get
They get a tier 3, and they
might get an inhibitor as well. But it's a 1v3 currently.
I mean,
that's an inhib taken.
Mordekaiser is very happy with this Baron. I'm not sure about how much it has cost them, but we do see the gold immediately equalized. And surprisingly enough, Celestial Light does not get any other towers or inhibs, even with only the Alistair being there to defend the mid lane.
Mordekaiser not being in these fights for MadMen Origin is costing them quite a bit. They do get the Baron Nashor.
I mean, I guess we've seen Celestial Light really hard commits onto these fights, so I do think that with this Mordekaiser being this strong, him taking, for example, that inhibitor relieves a lot of pressure for after the fights, but we're going to need to see some decision making. Do they either go for the split push with this Mordekaiser, with the Baron still of course, and just trying to take anything on the map while the rest of his team slowly loses, or do they decide to bring him back into the fights? I mean, we've seen that when the Mordekaiser was in the team fights around mid game, he was constantly getting denied and not being able to ult the solution. But he is also a fair bit stronger. Actually, having completed all of his items, he has 5 items.
Is that a
but
what's that item called? Bloodletter's Curse.
Bloodletter's Curse. It has been slightly updated. It gives now more magic pen per stacks, but with the max being unchanged.
We're gonna start looking at this Elder Dragon now.
Yeah.
Let's look at where everybody is. Where's the Mordekaiser? Mordekaiser's currently keeping Shen at bay. Our site being used as well.
I mean, all the
dragon now down at 8.5k, 8k. Oh, he's gone in onto Warbase. The Glacial Prison, the headbutt pulverized. Stand United has to be used onto the Lucian, but the culling is there as well. Phantom now going down. Phantom's now going down. The ultimate has to be used by Phantom to give him a little bit of health. Minnick now using the baby cage. The Zhonya's has been used by Phantom.
Warbase dies.
Big really going down. Warbase dies. 720 gold shutdown over to the Mordekaiser. They cannot commit to this dragon now. 4 members of MadMen Origins are still up. Ignitar, Levity, Minnick, and Ice Arrow.
Remember, Aurora is still plenty strong, so if any of them overstay the welcome, she will kill them, but I think...
Chains of Corruption is also still up for Levity.
I think they
important to note here.
Decide to back off.
Oh.
As Ignitar dies.
Ignitar just goes in. They should get Beeg in exchange though. That's a top lane for a top lane chain. So will also go down. Levity now. Trying to go into the space, trying to go space gliding. Nope. Dr. Wilson slays Levity. Minnick, the last one alive. Dr. Wilson chasing Baby Cage is there, and the double kill from the Aurora. That's a disgusting amount of damage that was just taken.
The one saving grace being that the bottom inhib of Celestial is still down, doing a bit of damage onto the towers, who do now respawn, by the way. Well, have been for a while. As the Elder Dragon does go over. Not in the Shen, but I think just having it on Warbase and Dr. Wilson is good enough. That's all they wanted.
Right. Well, this has been much more lively game to play by play.
It's 29 to 22 kills. So that's I would say 1.5 kills every minute almost. I mean, you see
Yeah. So what? It's 51 to 38.
That definitely clouded back quite a bit with the Baron Steel. But Celestial Light still being a bit ahead. Well, about 2.5k. Which at this point in the game isn't too much gold. So I would say this game is very even. With the Aurora being, of course, extremely strong, but so is the Mordekaiser.
Look at the difference in gold between the junglers and the top laners.
It's basically the same. This Volibear, the one thing this gold does allow him to do is engage onto Levity each and every time.
Oh, as we're going to see Taylor's all the time, Ignitar's going to try and engage onto Beak, the Shadow Dash coming through, Baron going to be taken by...
No contest
Baron being taken. No contest, they had no vision on it. Now, one fight. Well, it's going to sound very Lord of the Rings right now, but one fight to decide the game, I think.
I think so as well.
All ultimates, all summoners apart from Warbase's Flash are up.
As the Elder is still about a quarter of its duration left. And the Baron, of course, as well. Quite low. I think once this Elder dissipates, MadMen will be quite okay to defend these Nexus towers. But for now, yeah.
Oh, the Flash ultimate coming through, the Elder Dragon buff.
MadMen immediately run back to the fountain.
Queen's going to go down, he has to use the Unbreakable Will. But we'll go down with the Elder proccing Ice Arrow, taking a lot of damage. Baby Cage coming out. Phantom having to use the Zonyas to save. Elder has dissipated, shut down onto the Aurora. The Stand United has to be used onto Warbase. No cancel on that Stand United. Warbase now being allowed to hit. Headbutt Pulverize onto Warbase again. Warbase is now being chased down.
And remember, these are 1 minute death timers. Warbase
now teleport from Ignitar. Teleport from Minik. And with these death timers, Mistos, is this a game 3 we're about to see?
I do believe so. As I said, a full minute of death timers is quite a lot. As we see the inhib falling. Curiously, there are about almost 400 stacks of AP on the Veigar being above the 1000 AP threshold. He demolishes these towers with his AP.
Let's have a look.
And
Shen hath been flame horizoned in that last game. It will just end. And we will go to game 3.
Hitting this Nexus, the Aurora dying, as we do indeed.
Wow. What a game we had there, Mistos. Almost an 8k gold difference for the Mordekaiser.
As we see the final overview for a bit.
Oh, that is this game was night and day for MadMen. Very, very nicely done.
Just quickly take a look at damage graph. Mordekaiser having no more damage, but this Volibear putting in an insane amount of jungle for tank. Insane amount of effort for tank. 42k damage. That's the same amount as the Veigar and the Varus. I mean, that just that deserves a pat on the back for sure. But we will
does.
We will go to a game 3.
We will.
As I will quickly.
Oh, I will have to take a break after that one.
Yes, go ahead. We will
Oh,
just put on some music and just wait for.
the silver scrapes.
Nah, it's not a game 5, sadly. But I do think we'll just put on some. As we do get the lobby invite very soon. If anyone is wondering why we can play this music, Riot Games does provide a creator safe playlist in which they have all their own music that is free to use for creators under their terms, of course. Read it on the Riot Games website. As we are not affiliated with Riot Games or LoL Esports in any way or form, but we can use, as every other creator, these kind of playlists. As
Get some
we
chicken.
are back with this draft.
Yeah, game 3. Alright, time to remember what has and has. Oh!
Olivia
Oh, wait. There's ticks on the champ list. Have you seen it? Sorry, I'm just seeing this now.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah, so if you click available only on the screen, maybe?
I could do that. Give me a
Because I guess it's experimenting time, right?
available only. Where the
It's next to the support icon.
yes, it doesn't help much, but
Oh, fair enough.
it helps.
Oh, wait, does it?
Yeah, it does work.
It does, yeah, we keep it like this. Then we kind of know what the pool is. So, any of your NF banned?
I mean, MF
Mad
is something
on the
Levity
blue
can
side
play,
now.
from as far as I know. So that
Mad are now on the blue side, though. Let's see what they bring out.
yeah, let's see.
Oh, last game was so much fun to cast.
Yeah, I do think so as well. It's pretty nice.
Just saying to Mistos that after this I'm getting a well-earned McDonald's.
I mean, as you should.
As I should indeed. Alright, so we've got, let's have a look. Senna, Tarek, and Nivea banned by the MadMen. Wukong and Bessa, Misfortune, banned by the Celestial Light. Celestial Light sounds like an anime thing.
I mean, it's the orc that Lunacast actually started.
Ah,
So we have like
definitely an anime, no, I'm kidding.
we have the Battle of the Orcs in the MadMen, which is owned by or started by and owned by Jonas and Damon, and then you have Celestial, who is
Tristana.
started by Luna. Tristana.
Tristana.
That's a
Flex.
I
Flex.
have seen Levity play it. He is pretty good on it.
Still a flex pick.
Still,
I would say.
Still flex blick. I don't know if Minik. Oh, Luna and Cliff. I got corrected. Celestial is the orc of Luna and Cliff. Nice.
Fair enough. Caitlyn. Oh, we're back in season 5 right now, it seems.
I'm just waiting for my Ardent Sensor supports.
Amen. I'm waiting for a Janna, and I'm waiting for a Nami.
So really, this match decides who is the better orc until proven otherwise. No. Like 2 freshly started orcs. I have 0 stakes in this, so I'm gonna say this decides it until proven otherwise. Div 3, which is the better new orc. Do you agree? As we do get informed that this is a Jarvan pick. Jarvan the 4th.
Jarvan the 4th. So,
A Mumu as a counter, possibly? And it gets locked in.
oh god, yeah. Why am I looking at the Twitch stream? I should be on this.
I mean,
Right.
I am providing you a live feed, but
You are. I completely forgot.
I mean, otherwise...
Tristana Mumu, I like it.
Yeah.
I want to see it paired with something that can take advantage of the fact that a Mumu can dive in.
Do you reckon we'll see a Pike? I don't know if they play it, but...
Oh,
Rel.
nah, Rel's
Yeah.
good here. I like the Rel here. I think Leona for the... I actually do want to see it. I think Caitlyn, Leona, Jarvan is a very strong trio as well.
It is.
As a Leona player myself. Completely unbiased in that point of view, you know. Poppy. I like the Poppy actually.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, Poppy counters their dive really nicely.
Indeed, it's
It's
very
also
good
still a
disengage.
flex.
It is also a flex. Support. I mean, I want to say jungle, but Jarvan's jungle. Although Jarvan could be a flex. Who knows?
Also, can we just absolutely thank Dutch internet for having 0 dropped frames so far?
Everybody put applause emojis in the chat, please.
I
wanna
mean,
see
I
applause
don't know
emojis
how
for
the
Dutch
viewing
internet.
experience is, but at least the technical side of the streaming has gone well. We don't talk about League broadcast app crashing.
Ah, you know what though? I think it's done a pretty good job.
As Harold is in the chat, being
famous Renekton player Harold.
apparently, according to Jonas, majority owner of Celestial. However, Harold is slightly refuting this.
If you're planning something big,
Harold,
what is
keep
it?
your
Is it
keep your announcements for your own stream. I know you
Is it
do
a-
VL after dark.
Is it Renekton? Is it Renekton in all 5 roles, mate?
Well, he as we see the Malphite locked in, Quick, Gwen, Silas, Susan, and Hueben. Malphite being picked as the top laner. As we see, as Harold as we see the Azir locked in, which was banned in all previous games by Celestial. So I do think Minik could be quite impactful on this. It really pairs up with the dive comp that they have as well. Now I'm curious to see what we'll see in the Malphite matchup.
I really like the Azir. I'm gonna say it.
Oh, can we just quickly check that Ignitor hasn't been replaced by Herald?
Yeah, Harold, can you give Ignitor his PC back, please?
Yeah. Also, Herald has swapped to jungle, so Seraph.
Renekton jungle is a thing.
Yeah.
Well, tenuously. Although, Jonas knows that for the last however long I've known him, that I've wanted to try out Tank Corky Jungle because I saw a funny of it.
Yeah.
I think it can be done. Look, Ravenous, you go Titanic Hydra, Triforce, and then a bunch of Tank Hydras. And then you're good.
Yeah. And we do, so we do see the Seraph ban. I mean, lore-wise and in-game-wise, this is a very interesting matchup.
Alright. So, let's look at these comps. I need to remember that non-pick is a J4.
Yeah. Quite a bit of wombo combo on all sides, as we do also have a so far not broken overlay.
The overlay has done very, very well.
So as
You know what we should do one day,
just
Mistos? You know what we should do?
bans-
You know what we should do one day, Mistos?
What?
We should do a cast, and every time there's a kill, right? We crack open a cold one.
So from my experience, depending on what
Okay,
And
for the sake
goal
of
we
Twitch,
want.
it won't be on camera.
no, of course not. We
What do we
will
think, chat?
we will put up the we will put up the mic sensitivity, I think, for that.
I think we should. Every time there's a kill, it's a sip. As we see these pick bands being rattled through.
Yeah, I mean, let's say if we get to cast the next Celestial Light versus MadMen Origin game, we just do this caster challenge. What do you say?
Cast the challenge of one sip per kill. They're just gonna, if they find out about this, Mate, they're gonna make it a bloodbath, and we're going to die.
Aram, anyone?
No, we're not casting ARAMs. Ah, I choose life.
No, I mean they are going to Aram for the kills. No?
Yeah. There's not gonna be any macro. There's not gonna be actual gameplay. They're just gonna fist fight for the fun of it.
I mean, I'm down. The only downside is that Div 3 is on Monday, so I do have work tomorrow.
Well, not now. I can't do Thursdays, which is the problem. Otherwise, I'd do it. And there's not really games on a Friday. So, MadMen, if you'd like to rearrange one of your games for a Friday, that'd be grand.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we can even get MadMen sponsored drinks. No, no. I don't think so, but
MadMen, get a Stella sponsorship.
yeah.
Jonas Damon, start working on the Stella sponsorship. Mistos and I.
We'll wrap it. No worries.
We'll
You
wrap
don't
it.
even need to
we'll
convince us to do it.
we'll wear the vests and everything. Oh god.
Maybe we can scoot around the rules, just showing the merch on camera, but then having the drink just outside with just like a straw, you know?
All right. Before we get back to you and I drunk casting together, Mistos. What do we think of the comps? I prefer the MadMen's comp.
I do so too. I think Celestial has picked for a bit of disengage and like counter engage, but I feel like the half of their comp is going in while the other one is running to the other side of the screen and just ulting. Whereas MadMen just do one thing and just, well, I hope so for them, do it really well.
Yeah, I mean, the Celestial want them to get want MadMen to come into them. That's their identity. They are waiting for them.
And MadMen
Anything in a choke
really
point,
do want to go
anything in open play, MadMen win. They have so much utility. They've got both pick and team fighting. And when Tristana gets going, when Tristana and Azir get going with their damage, woof.
The one thing I really like about this draft from Celestial is the Poppy.
Yes.
Anyway.
Well, yeah. Anyway.
We still have about 2 minutes to kill before we get into game.
Oh, Liverpool's playing right now.
Shush, I won't hear it.
Are you a fan?
No. Opposite.
You hate football or you hate Liverpool?
A bit of both.
Alright, who do you support then?
Oh, one of my local clubs.
Ah, well, I was going to say, if you say Man United...
No, I don't follow the English football. I've got people that do that.
Are you Ajax, Feyenoord,
No.
Vitesse Arnhem?
No. Go ahead, Eagles.
Didn't they win a trophy this year for the first time in like... Hell yeah.
I think they won the championship and the trophy, but I can't be bothered to look it up.
What, as
really
in the league?
funny though, my sister's
They won the
boyfriend...
Eredivisie?
Well, it was...
Vitesse Arnhem once, but we got a Vitesse Arnhem in chat.
I mean,
fan in chat.
We do have quite a few Dutchies in VL, as far as I know, so I'm going to be a bit careful with my statements here. But on the other hand, my sister's boyfriend is a fan of Ajax, or Ajax as we say, and they did not win the championship by 1 point yesterday, so that was quite funny to see.
Alright, we got about a minute left, I would say, on this timer.
Yes, around a minute, yeah.
Oh. No, we don't.
We are loading into game.
Right, did you see that Crystal Palace beat Man City in the FA Cup final yesterday?
I did not.
Banger game. It's a shame. Well, I don't know if any of you have seen the football, but there's a clip of Dean Henderson handling the ball outside the area as we get into this game. I'll
As
quickly
the
finish my point as
Overlay
they get
is
into
working
it.
once again.
The overlay is working, and they've
praise the
switched sides,
client.
which is pretty cool.
All praise the client gods.
Yeah, and then there's a clip where he blatantly handles it outside the area, and it should have been a red card. But you know, I'm all honestly for Palace moving, as I'm looking at an invade right here. You know,
As we do see a disconnect, so we have a pause which might be unpaused fairly shortly.
Warbase, close your window. You're letting the internet out.
Yeah. The game has resumed, as we will have to quickly do some time controls so it works properly. As I hope we don't have one of those moments where it doesn't work.
All right.
Because we do hear some sound.
All right. We see them go towards this tri-brush. It is very, very warded right now. So they know it's going to happen, and now they're just going to have to walk to the top lane.
Just for the people joining in now for the final game, this is the best of 3, it being 1-1 and fearless. So these drafts are a bit more interesting than you would see normally, and that we have seen in previous splits from these players.
We see a little bit of a fist fight here. Tristana doing quite a bit of that, taking about 40% of the Poppy's health.
As we will quickly show the runes that are currently being used. We see the Aftershock on Poppy, the Fleet on Azir, a bit more defensive, against the poke from Azir, of course. And then we do see the Gathering Storm on the Malphite. These games have been going quite long, especially the last game, so it's interesting.
Indeed it is.
As
right.
I have been informed that indeed, as we suspected, Minik is quite good on this Azir.
Well, we'll
have to see about that.
If he shows the colours. Exactly. Now, Renekton into Malphite. Renekton should do a lot of damage. It's similar to Darius into Sion, I feel. Up to a certain point,
Malphite,
Renekton just does a lot of damage to him.
Malphite does have some points in the game where he can defend himself, but the onus will be on Ignitard once again to just absolutely carry this game.
Look at that. The Rooster's Predator stunning him, doing quite a lot of damage there, taking him down to about 25% health. The level up doing him some healing as well. So, all in all, lovely bit of parity in terms of damage and such.
Malphite has fallen into the trap of queuing early and has depleted his mana pool almost entirely.
Yeah, that's the problem if you don't go with something like W.
He has currently 50 mana left, which is enough to cast his E or W, but not his Q, as it costs 70 mana.
Yeah. Well,
early on, the Xerath has a slight CS advantage, but it's nothing too crazy yet.
Yeah, nothing significant. Nothing that warrants concern, as one would say.
The Jarvan being actually
So?
significantly...
Ruthless Predator, slice and dice in there, from there. Take a tower shot, takes it down to about 30% health. And they just both walk away. Full Fury buff for the Renekton though. Doubt that he could dive him. Beeg is going to just farm the wave under his tower. Ruthless Predator being used again. But you have to use both charges of the slice and dice to get out of under that tower range so he doesn't take a shot.
I would like to point your attention that this Jarvan is clearing about a camp faster than the Amumu.
But Amumu's here, ready to dive. Oh, he misses the first bandage shot. Did he go back in there? Ruthless Predator, first blood. Flash has to be used. And the Amumu survives.
With
The
about
Amumu
60
survives just
HP.
about. If we could get if we could report Ice Arrow for that first bandage toss, that'd be grand. Teleport now coming in. What happens now though? Does he have a Ruthless Predator to go with it? No, he does not. Beeg gonna push that wave in. Renekton gonna get a decent base after that first blood as well. All three of these games, Ignitar has gotten solo first bloods. I will say
Well,
that.
this
I
wasn't
believe.
solo this time, but
Oh, sorry. I do apologize.
it is still the first blood over to the top laner of MadMen.
I mean, what am I saying? How dare you fact check me mid game?
What was Mordekaiser ult called again? Wait, no, it's not important. It's fearless.
Exactly. Oh, we got another slice of dice coming in. Beeg. Second set of slice of dice coming through. Ignitar. Doing a lot of damage currently. That pickaxe is doing a lot of work. We see a cloth armor in return trying to mitigate a lot of that damage. 600 gold lead early. Every single game as well. Early gold lead. As Amumu might be looking to come in onto this bot lane. This bandage shot. The flash, the crash down is also there.
Poppy stunning.
The deny of the bandage shot. The second bandage shot has come through there. The Poppy now going to die. Amumu one, Tristar, Rel the other. Unfortunately, neither kill going on, but that is huge defeat of warfare claimed within the first 5 minutes of this game. Very, very nicely done from the Amumu. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, and I certainly think that for MadMen you really like this early game. Azir dying to the ult from the Xerath.
From 3 screens away. Oh, the rock go hard, but the ult comes through. Oh my god, the dominance has come through. He's got no mana. He's just gonna get auto to death. The flash comes through. Flash to follow through. The Fury has been charging. Ignitar has taken Beeg down. There is absolutely no way. What a timing on that. Level up for the Renekton.
And I think what happened there is Beeg ulted onto the Renekton and then found himself without any mana to follow up.
Indeed.
I think he misjudged his ult damage a little bit, because if Ignitar is a bit lower and gets killed before he can pop the ulti, it is fine, but that is
So,
certainly
first strike taken. Infernal Dragon taken. Very nice. 1.5k gold lead. All of it is basically on Ignitar again.
I do have to correct you there. It's a Cloud rank, not an Infernal.
Was it? I thought it was red.
No, you can see it in the overlay. It's working.
Yeah. For some reason I saw the red and I thought, oh, it's a thingy bob. Minic. 700, almost 800 gold down on the Xerath. Almost 20 CS down. And a level down as well.
And I will once again point you towards Ignitar being almost again 1k ahead as Amumu stop.
Oh, Amumu. The bandage shot landing. Not quite level 6 actually. We don't have the Curse of the Sad Mummy. Is it the Curse of the Sad Mummy? I can't remember. But he's going through. Beeg survives just about. Now Quee is standing on vision. Minic taking so much damage from this artillery mage right now. The fleet not really doing enough sustain to keep him in lane even. He will stay there for now because he's losing quite a bit of tower pressure. Now, Phantom is here. No flash on the Renekton. He's been caught out, but the Amumu is in that top lane. Looking at the minimap, it's fine, but they all walk away. They are not bruised. They are not broken. The first set of grubs have now come up as well.
As Minic not really getting ahead on this Azir, but we'll have to see how he fares in team fights.
Indeed. Well, Azir will scale into the game quite nicely. He's 1k down right now. Once he gets the Nash's Tooth, though, he'll have a little bit more agency.
Yeah, and I think this is the third grubs for MadMen. Third game, third grubs.
Yes, I believe it is. Will they get 6 this time, though? Will we get a 6 grub game from either of these teams?
Are you sure about that?
We had a 6 grub game. Was that last game?
Six grubs is removed from the game this match.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, you know what? I actually haven't played League of Legends in a while. I cast it because I find it fun, but Ignitar is here taking damage again. Got that Bramble Vest now, so it's mitigating quite a lot of the damage.
You know what?
Oh, that ultimate! And he goes down under his own tower. Wow, big. Very nicely done.
Beak this time had mana.
Here we go. Will there be an engage? Did a bit of poke for his troubles. And Bob's your uncle walk away for free. Now, Magnet Storm available, as is the Keeper's... Wait, Keeper's Verdict is the Poppy art, I think?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
is.
Yeah, as is the Keeper's Verdict. Ace in the hole, also there. Everybody has their ultimates now.
I mean,
This is where it
Amumu
starts.
is still hovering mid as well.
I think Amumu's is Curse of the Sad Mummy. Amumu's here, Bandage Shots waiting. Oh, the Emperor's Divide, just missing. Bandage Shots does hit though, Curse of the Sad Mummy hits. The auto attacks are just going to come through. No flash on the Xerath. Amumu takes the kill onto the Xerath. Very, very nicely done. Jarvan now is here. The Cataclysm is available for the Jarvan. The stun lands.
He's fully on vision.
He is on vision. That's why they're letting the Poppy come to them. They're playing this very, very cleverly.
I mean, he's
Look
on
at
double
that.
vision even.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that does not stack. But Beak is now actually really, really nice. He's sat nicely into this matchup. The Slicer Dose being used, the Ruthless Predator as well. Is he going to start doing auto attacks? The Ruthless Predator has been used. He has just been stunned. The Eclipse Shield has come out. The auto attack Conqueror has now come up. He is doing a lot of damage, but Beak has so much armor and anti-heal right now. He just can't break through.
I mean, Ignitar really wants to trade in this window while the Malphite ult is still down and he has his own ult. But he'll need to be careful. It will come up in a little bit.
Yes, but Ignitar right now, the dominance is up for him. If he does want this fight, it's his time to fight. But he does just he gets walked away from.
That's a plate
unfortunately.
at least
But that's
for
the
Ignitar.
second plate.
He needs to be careful now. The ult will be up in a few seconds.
Oh, Ignitar, you've taken a tower shot. He has got an ult, and there is a flash. Will he go for it? That's a lot.
Flash
oh,
from
the flash goes
Ignitar,
through.
and
Is
Beak
Ruthless
is without
Predator there?
mana.
Beak is without mana.
Flashes
He has to
away
flash
himself.
away. This top lane matchup is extremely spicy as Amumu takes down the Xerath, who keeps trying to kill the Azir. The Azir is doing a fantastic job of being a bait.
Poppy
Ice
is
Arrow
there.
now. Ice Arrow now, walking past the sweeper. $2.5k gold ahead. A nice cancel. Flag and drag having to be used. Because the Sad Mummies there is off. Phantom. Cataclysm used. Can't do anything about it though. Xerath is here now. The rocket jump forward. Will he go for it? Gets stunned by the Xerath. Has to be cancelled. Now, ultimate is there from the Xerath. Levity gets killed. Ace in the hole there. Xerath could have gotten the kill, but I think... no.
That's a return recall from Kree.
Kree!
Supportal combat.
I think Poppy actually prevented the kill going to the Xerath there, to be honest. But you know what? They got the kills anyway. Malphite has no ult. The dominance is up for the Renekton. We're going to keep seeing them fight. The grass blocks are coming in. There's a lot of damage.
That will probably be another plate for the Caitlyn.
It will definitely be another play for the Caitlyn. Right. Gold lead check. 1.6k in favour. Azir is almost 2k down in gold, which is rough.
I think the dip we are seeing now is because of the bot lane kill, but
Oh, but now, saying that, Azir is now just auto attack, just free hitting. Look how many
Xerath
sound swords
dies,
he's got.
but Tentum will pick up
Save your
Amumu.
Pharaoh. Now, the J4 has run away. The stun, the lance has missed.
The Drake is up for the taking. Phantom being bot lane. As the Xerath is 1.4k ahead.
Yeah.
But this time the jungler of Mad being quite a bit ahead. And I think in a Mumu versus Jarvan matchup, you really do like that. Not letting this Jarvan get ahead in any way, shape or form. Even though the CS difference between these junglers is over to the side of Celestial in their favor, but just the kills on this early Mumu completed the Lion Race, and I assume he's just going into full tank now.
A very, very chaotic start to the game again. That would have been 14 tips if we did it. How is he? He's not backing on Vision, but there is an ult available for the Malphite. The
No, it's not.
Being
He
used.
doesn't have mana once again.
Well, once again, no mana. The dominance was available, but he didn't use it. TP was just used, however. So this Drake is going to go down without a fight. That is a second dragon. Alright. Well, this certainly is a very interesting game.
Meta, I believe Meta are saying, we don't care about these first two dragons, we'll fight them at the third Drake, and instead take the grubs, the Rift Herald or Shelly, and then a lot of these top lane kills. Lefty jumping in. Barrier.
Warbase is just now there is mana. He has mana. He can fight.
He has mana indeed.
Malphite and mana. I've never seen this, a Malphite have so many Malphites have so many mana issues.
I mean, he even has the mana flow band as well.
But he's definitely an idiot. Now, Renekton, I'll be honest, I don't think you can fight this as well as you think. There is a cataclysm. The ult is going to be used. Will the cataclysm be used? Doesn't need to be used. Beak has slain Ignitar. Ignitar has gone down. Now, supportal combat part 2. Let's see what happened. Both aftershocks have been procced. The crashdown comes through. Completely misses. As the Tristana is almost here. Now, the Herald is going to take the first turret though. Which means upgraded boots for the side of the MadMen.
And I really think Ignitar will like this. Since he is building towards this Mercs, and he will get a lot of extra magic resist from the upgraded boots once he completes it.
Indeed. Is Swift Marches still the strongest like tier 3 boot?
I don't believe it is, but I could be wrong on that.
Man, Azir's really not having a fun time as we see the ultimate come out from Xerath again. Oh, the Flash Magnet Storm and the Lance come through.
Warbase
The
being
disengage from the Poppy. They ignite now onto Warbase, who has to flash away. Curse of the Sad Mummy has been used. Cataclysm has been used. Kui is still in the middle of 3 of them, but Ice Arrow can't get in there because the Jarvan is just stopping him. Is there a banish or so? We'll stop him, put him under tower. Yes, there is. But Ace in the hole to come through, and the Caitlyn takes another kill. 2, 1, and 4. Now there's another fight in the top lane. Ult up for the Malphite in 10 seconds. Dominus is up for Renekton. He's just walked into him. Eclipse is up. Dominus has been used. There's a lot of damage coming out from the Renekton right now. That Eclipse is putting in an absolute shift. And the solo bolo comes in for the Malphite.
Instant TP from Dr. Wilson to defend this top lane. They do not want this Renekton getting further ahead by getting plates. Plates are down, but still tower. I believe in the as we see a Death Brush from Ignitar. Stun being used. The slice and dice does it.
Yeah. The Renekton's doing a lot of damage right now. Look, although what I will say is that the Xerath does have a significant lead over The Azir. It passes the P is greater than 0.05 T-test.
I am not a math major. I did not understand what you said.
It's a oh well it's stats to be fair, but yeah.
Yeah. Coming back on the boots, I believe the defensive boots currently are considered fairly strong because they give a full extra armor, for example, just on the base upgrade. Instead of 25 armor from split steel caps, you will get 35, which is a really nice amount.
We had another slice of this, but nothing came.
Nothing came. I mean, Malphite still has his ult up as well. Dominus being up as well again. Atacam
Dominus is up, but also Malphite is up.
Nothing too much happening, but lane first. So we will focus on the Drake fight for now.
Indeed, it's gonna go uncontested. It looks like, unless
As Arrow dies,
Beak has.
That's
a
really nice Shurima shuffle.
Oh, the Empress Divide is beautiful there, and the cleanup is come in from the side of Celestial Light.
It's an ace. Beak killed Ignitar in the top lane as well.
And that's an Atakan as well. Well, this really is a topsy-turvy game, huh? But I love these topsy-turvy games.
Let's take a quick look at our gold difference here. Celestial Light clawing it back ever so slightly, being now around 1.5k ahead of MadMen.
Yeah. This is the gold swings in all three games have been crazy.
I mean, whoever wins, this is going to be a banger of a game so far.
Yeah. So. Oh. Ignitar is probably going to go down. The Dominus is used. Dominus is used in vain. He flashes forward, which is a brave thing to do. The stun does come through. Tristana is now here as well. There is a lot of stuff that can be done. The Magnet Storm comes through. What about Curse of the Side Baby goes through as well. Tristana Rocket jumps forward. Takes down. Rel takes down the Caitlyn.
I mean, it is a 2 for 2, but getting
it's a 2 for 2, but that
skill.
Caitlyn goes down. They get a tower. Another tower goes down. The stun is there. Tristana should get the kill, but the Keeper's Verdict goes through. Rel saying, I am the carry. Rel is saying, I am the carry. 4 and 2.
The gold difference between these ADCs actually being quite close. Tristana with getting with like 6 assists. That's 30% kill participation from this Tristana, so she does have a healthy amount of gold still. Also getting a lot of these towers, I believe.
Alright, let's have a look what the Azir is going to try and do here. The ultimate used. Malphite gets a tier 2. And there we go. Black Cleaver now bought on the side for Ignitar. A very nice purchase into Malphite. Nice bit of armor shredding.
Yeah. Also, the Jarvan now getting some armor, but he'll be quite squishy if Ignitar decides
Probably
to
go
fight
towards
him.
a Death Stance, maybe.
I don't think Death Dance builds out of 2 cloth armor. It might just
maybe
be a Warden's Mill, and then either the Random's Omen build. Which...
Oh, Danto's looking to see if he can catch this run out, but nothing doing. Right, we got 147 until Infernal Drake, 103. 1 minute now until Baron Nashor. Atakan taken by the side of Celestial Light. Celestial Light also on Soul Point. Phantom has been caught out. The Magnustorm been used now. Ruthless Predator is available. Cataclysm just to buy himself some time, and a Moo gets the kill.
I mean, as we said, this Jarvan is not tanky yet. As he picks up the Warrior's Mill, which might be either Frozen Heart or Random Omen. We do see Dr. Wilson building towards what is not a Void Staff, but a Crypt Bloom, by the looks of it. Only with 7 stacks of this Magus Soul Stealer.
Yeah.
Still 2k ahead of the Azir, but Azir having completed his core 2 items, it will start feeling a bit better for him.
Yeah. He'll start doing more and more damage. Sorry about the yawn, I've had a long day at work. He'll start doing a lot more damage, which will be nice for Azir. He'll have a much nicer time.
Top tower will fall to the Malphite. It was bound to happen.
Oh, the Hex Flash from Kui. He's looking for it. He's been stunned into the wall. Now the Amumu's going around the side. The Ruthless Predator is available. The Dominus is there as well. The Bandage Shot has been used. Warbase has to flash away. Barrier is still up for him. The Beak is now moving. Another flat. Azir now flashed away. Beak now sent back in. Beak about to go down. Phantom also gone down. Rocket jumps forward and flash from Levity. That was a very, very brave flash.
I mean, we can really see what this Azir is doing now. I think most of that damage was actually from the Azir in that fight, just hitting over the wall with his Sand Soldiers.
This is it. Azir's almost at critical mass now.
I mean, this Tristana is 1 in 5, but it doesn't feel like it. Looking at the items,
No,
and the gold
the
difference.
Tristana's still hitting like a truck. It's just that all the kills have gone to the realm.
And a Mumu, to be honest.
And a Mumu.
I mean, it is a 2k gold lead for Mad, but this game is very much even.
You saying mad is making me feel like it's Mad Lions I'm watching.
No, it's MadMen Origins. I should call them
Mad-
Mad O. Technically.
Oh, Quee's been caught out here by Dantum and Towie. I can't say Towie because that means the only way is Essex to me. But I don't know if it's Towie or Towie. The only way is Essex is a show in the UK. By God. It's an interesting one. Alright, so Ignitar's here. Gets stunned by Dr. Wilson. But Baron now going to be started by the side of Celestial Light. Not something I expected.
I do believe
MadMen don't have vision.
They do have now, and they sniffed it out already. Mumu was already moving, but they won't be in time, I believe.
Maybe we might.
Nope.
He is not. He's got a second bandage shot if he wants to try and curse the Sad Mummy.
That's a TP
But
in
there's
from
no point.
Xerath, though.
And tries and bandage tosses his way to death.
That's a Baron over. Drake in 3 minutes, which is soul point for Celestial Light. This Xerath and this Caitlyn will be hitting like a truck if they get this Infernal Soul.
Indeed.
I do remember
Now,
you calling the first Drake an Infernal Drake. Was this like a prophecy or prediction?
I don't know. I love Infernal Souls. All I'm saying, mate. Give me fire. Burn, baby, burn, you know?
I can't say I disagree with you there.
Burn, baby. Oh no, we're not going to get the stream DMC in. Empress Divine having to be used. Malphite has no ult, but is chasing down this Azir. Drake is up in 2 minutes. Baron up in 5.
Mimic gets out,
Ooh,
but does
Ignitar.
Ignitar get out?
Ignitar might not. The Cataclysm has been used. He's been done into the wall as well. The ace in the hole for good measure. But the Dominus used. Oh, Ignitar.
The Malphite does fall. But I don't know if MadMen will be able to reset in time to defend this tower.
I don't think so. They at least lose an inhibitor, I think. Oh no, or just the tower.
A tier 3 in tower at least. Maybe they'll be able to defend.
Oh?
We is here.
Yes, but...
Because of the set.
Oh, because of the sound mummy! Oh my god, that was a beautiful bait. Azir now going on to Warbase. And doing so much damage. Xerath ultimate now taking down the Azir. Oh!
Quick, not quite getting.
Can he do it? Can he do it? The stun's gonna be up. Yep, he cannot do it.
That is a 3 for 3. And only a inhibitor has been taken. The only thing is that this Caitlyn is slowly getting more gold ahead, but it's still only 500 gold, which is the difference in their item completions, I do believe.
Now, Malphite is also very tanky. There's a lot of armor. There's armor pen. I'd like to see some magic resist flow from the Azir. Magic pen from the Azir. Probably a Crypt Bloom, I'm thinking. A little bit more sustain.
It looks like he's going for the Banshees first, which I don't mind too much against
I don't know. I don't hate the Banshees. I want to see some magic pen though. But the Abyssal Mask
he does have
on the Mumu is pretty huge.
Abyssal Mask is there, and he does have a Liandry, so I think he is allowed to skip it for now, but after this Banshees...
What is he doing? Well, Warband goes in. Because of the Mummy hits 3, but the Malphite ult is there onto the back line. Minnick is here. The Emperor's Divide used to get everybody out of the castle because of the Dominus. He goes through the Dominus. And now Minnick has gone down. Dr. Wilson goes dominating. 8 and 4. 9 and 4. 10 and 4. Gets a double kill.
That is the ace and the Infernal Soul over to Celestial
That is the
Light.
ace. And can they go through bot lane and end the game now in 31 minutes? They have a wave.
They do have a wave. They don't
did it
have
game
Baron.
1. They did it game 1.
It is 10 seconds until Ice Arrow respawns.
I think they can go for the end.
I think they could.
Ladies
go, yes.
and gentlemen, in 32 minutes, this game 3 has ended. And that is Celestial Light taking the series 2-1.
I mean, good game to all of the teams.
Both teams played absolutely brilliantly. That second game was an absolute pleasure to cast. Wow. Right.
Let's take a quick look. The damage isn't loading, but it looks.
Give it a second.
I believe we might be getting someone to interview, but I'm not 100% sure on that yet.
Well, I loved casting those games for the first few games, and I hope everybody enjoyed the cast. It was good fun.
It was very good fun, as we are still waiting.
Oh, good God! The football got interesting. I'm so hungry.
I don't know if either someone from Celestial Light or MadMen Origin wants to come do a quick interview to finish off this stream. Just waiting.
Ugh, banger of games. So, do we have someone?
Uh, I am still waiting on an answer. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. I mean, that was a banger of the game. I think that's, as someone in chat already said it, that's or not in chat, in our
In the Discord. Yeah, I completely agree with what Kui said in the Discord. It's a finals matchup for sure that I'd love to cast again.
yes.
Wait, if it's a finals matchup and we said if we have to cast them again, missed us. We
Yeah,
have to do the caster challenge there.
I'm down.
Oh, that would be funny. Right. Interview, no interview, what do we got?
Looks like no interview for now.
That's completely fine.
Unfortunate, but still,
It is what it is, as they say.
it is what it is. Maybe
Right.
next time.
Maybe next time. In that case, thank you very, very much, everybody, for coming to watch. I hope you enjoyed the series as much as we enjoyed casting them. And join the channel again next week for the next Division 3 fixture.
Maybe D4 as well, because they play on the
Maybe
same time.
Div4. Ooh. Maybe it's an alternating schedule. We'll talk to the owners.
Yeah, I'll quickly see if there is a update. There is. MadMen Ghouls have won 2-0 against Step by Step Caminantes.
Ah. And also, owners, if you are there, I accept payment in chicken nuggets. Thank you very much. 4 ketchups, please. Thanks very much.
Alright. We will see you next time. It will be announced again in the MadMen Discord and in the VL Streams Discord.
Thank you for watching, guys.
Bye.